Tinubu's government and pettiness are like 5 and 6. When you dare challenge his government, then he or his machinery in power will come after you. You remember this girl, Raye, the girl who dared to challenge Tinubu on high cost of living and the fact that Lagos was a slum. You know, she has completed a 1 year service with NYSC and she has come out to cry now that she was not issued certificate. You know, so what are they doing? This was the case that social activists took up. Omowole Showere took it up and we thought that it was over until she completed it, but she has been doing fine, she has moved on. But this is the height of pettiness. How do you take on a girl of less than 26 years because she complained about the her social economic situation of the country, and then you want to carry out this kind of vile and wicked punishment against her? Don't people have kids? If you have kids, will you do this to your child for speaking up against the government of the day? When Tinubu wasn't in power, when Tinubu was still the governor of Lagos State, Tinubu was always speaking against, you know, the president at that time, Obasanjo. And I'm sure the children too, in their own ways, could have done something like that. The fact that this guy came on social media to complain, does that mean that you cut her head off for it? In fact, they wanted to even suspend or terminate her at that time. That was what they wanted to do. But because of the public outcry, they just allowed her to complete it. And then they are going to enforce their useless extension on her, maybe 3 months. And I know her, being a stubborn girl that she is, she may not even go to report at work, or, you know, and then in the end, after that 3 months, they may say the girl did not report and they are going to extend it again. They're just going to make her a victim until we all come together and vote Tinubu out of power.
I did not get my NYSC certificate today after 1 year of serving this country. I literally went there with my cohort people, or should I say people we served together, and when it was my turn, they said no certificate for you. I had to go home, and since then I locked myself at home and I was looking like a mess. I didn't talk to anyone, but today I decided to get up and go to the gym. It's been a long time I went to the gym, and I just feel like I need to let some steam off my body so I no longer feel angry towards myself. Yes, I genuinely feel angry towards myself, and I feel like I was played big time. You know, when people think like, oh, because they're older than you, they are smarter and they can put you in a corner, and that's the kind of emotions that's running through my vein. I feel like it's so much anger, but I just cannot release it. I'm trying to buckle everything up, and honestly, when I look back and I'm like, how much do I need this certificate? This is something that I genuinely need, and to be very honest, if not for my family, I wouldn't even give a damn about it. But yeah, bye guys.
And now, talking about toothless bulldog, the Nigerian government, as if they can do anything to the United States of American government, came out in their attempt to clean their badly, you know, put out image out there to attack the statement made by the United States Commission, where the United States Mission rather, where they said that Nigerian politicians are deliberately making Nigerians poor. So in the end, they can weaponize poverty. So that's what they do. They come and share rice, garri, beans, and everything. And now there is this jackpot syndrome. Everybody's running out of the country for better life in abroad. And as a result of this, they are being stressed out there, and so they are beginning to talk for Nigerians. And now Tinubu's government said the Nigerian government has accused the United States Mission in Nigeria of orchestrating what they describe as a relentless smear campaign against the country, violating, you know, diplomatic norms and undermining bilateral goodwill. What is the goodwill? The goodwill they are referring to is the fact that they've stayed quiet to allow Nigerian politicians rip Nigerian citizens, and in the end, Nigerian politicians come there to spend this ill-gotten money, and Nigerian citizens come there to live the life of second-class citizens, where they go to wash toilets, work in factories, and all of that, and they lose their dignity as humans. And now, because the strain is now becoming too much on the American government, where they spend so much money catering for people who are not citizens, the American government is now beginning to speak out for the first time, and well, for the first time in a big way. And now it is now beginning to bite Tinubu's government. But Tinubu is just a toothless bulldog. If Tinubu wants, let them take the United States to, you know, to whatever, maybe the World Court or the tribunal or United Nations, and make their case there and see if they won't be embarrassed. Now, talking about a last individual, the man who can never be seen to have integrity for the rest of his life, the man who allowed himself to be used to allow people who probably did not win an election to come out. He allowed himself to be made a mockery of. Even when he was collating and announcing results, opposition figures were pointing loopholes, and he continued. He is no other than Yakubu, the INEC chairman. He has now come to say upcoming Rivers election, local government election, is illegal. But do I believe him? Yes. But can he enforce it? No, because this man is seriously compromised. This man is the king of all deceivers who went ahead to announce people who probably did not win elections, who allowed election rigging, election violence to go on, and he paid deaf ear to it because he wanted the powers that be to come back. This man is a disgrace to his constituency and the place he is from. Now, people of Rivers are saying they do not want non-indigens as their chairman of Raye, and all these are going to cause a big problem in the end. And what will happen? How can a people who claimed that the governor was suspended and they dissolved or cancelled the election when, according to the courts, to me, I felt that the court was also a little bit compromised. And now, the law is that you must announce local government election 90 days before the election. That is 3 months. Now, they've scheduled the elections for September. I think August, rather. Early this August. They want to ensure that they conduct this election, bring in the charlatans who are Wike boys, and then after that the governor comes in, then the governor is completely incapacitated because all the grassroots powers will be working for Wike. In the end, Fubara is not going to complain because Fubara is desperately wanting to come back to office, so he will not be seen as a man who never completed his tenure as a governor and therefore lose the privileges that will be associated with governors when they retire. As a result of that, Fubara does not even care about coming back the second time. All he wants to do is to complete his first time, and now he has played into their hands. Wike is now king supreme in Rivers State, and these things are going to backfire because after the election there will be court cases because this election will be seen as an illegal election. If the INEC chairman knows what he's saying, he has powers over the state electoral chairman of Rivers State, who is from another state, by the way, not even from Rivers State, and the indigens of Rivers are complaining. He should have called them to order and make them put the election 90 days from the day it was announced, and by that time Fubara would have come. But they do not want Fubara to interfere at all. This just shows you that Tinubu is turning the country into a one-party state, and this is a clear example of state capture, whereby they want to ensure that everything they do works towards bringing Tinubu back. But they cannot try this in the north, and that is why whoever controls the north in this next election controls the seats of power, and that is what Obi is working on right now, working to work with Atiku, with El-Rufai and the like. It is no longer news that 2Face's, who has since become a shadow of himself when he sang My African Queen, has now gotten married to Natasha of Edo State in a traditional wedding. And now, who am I to judge? I can't judge 2Face because only he knew what he was going through in the hands of his former wife, But we all know that they've been involved in what I call the divorce process. But I don't think the divorce process has completed, or at least it has not been announced in the public. But now 2Face gone bold, he go marry another person, he do traditional, and he don't do everything. So he know what he need to do. If he has not done court, then I don't think he has broken any law, and so probably that's why he did traditional. And then when the divorce completes, he will do court. But of course, traditional weddings are also a means of what I'll call legal weddings. And now nobody can dictate a person's happiness for another person. If this is what makes the old man happy, fine. He's at the bottom of his career right now, and so if going to meet this Edo State politician who is also the daughter of for an oligarch in Edo State, then if that will do some kind of happiness to him, so be it. I'm not going to judge him, but be careful what you wish for. Now he has gone for this lady. We all see all the theatrics she puts up on social media, yet 2Face's chooses to go for her. It means there's something good he's getting there. Maybe at the bottom, so now money or anything, concern us. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I remain your boy Ernest Omozuba Adeboye Okoje. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Signing out. Peace.